Hey guys, I'm ManPhalanges, and in this video I'm going to be critiquing one of my clanmates' gameplay. You guys can see his name is up here if you want to search for it, so this video is going to be kind of a shout out to him. He's a phenomenal player, and he posted some Star Wars Battlefront videos and wants to get better at them. So I actually already watched this. I feel so bad. I was recording it, and for whatever reason, whenever I brought YouTube into full screen mode, which was like all the time, it wouldn't it was just stuck on that frame before I had put it into full screen mode. So the recording got all messed up. So I really like having these recordings being my very first impressions of the videos. So I don't know, I think I had a lot of good things to talk about in it, so I am going to rewatch it. So anyway, yeah, meh-ssp is part of Meh. He's been with the clan since June definitely, I think. He's a cargo player primarily, but he's a really good player, has a good understanding of that this is a defensive game and that's how it should be played. So, I'm not going to make the same mistake again of going into full screen. I'm just going to zoom way in. There we go. Okay. Okay, so he's going Berserker. There's a good look at the people who are playing. So this is just a public game. This is cargo on Imperial Station. Okay. Okay. He's spawning in. Going SC-14C, and his default hand is Sniper, Jetpack, and Adrenaline. Okay, so right after that he's running up top, going up top. Okay, I can already see an issue that I'm not liking here, so he is, let me close out of this other shit that's bugging me. Okay, so right off the bat here, he runs up, and see right here, I would have stopped sprinting, and I would have started bringing my pulse cannon up and even charging it. So, he does bring it up, but he doesn't bring it up till he's outside. Now he's crouched behind this cover. And see, I know you're peeking and looking for enemies, but if you're going to do that, which I do the same spot, you know, peeking, kind of crouching method right here. But you do want to be careful about, if you press your body up against these thin metal plates, you can get shot through them. And then also, I would be charging my pulse cannon right about now, because if you have an unexpected enemy come out from somewhere, I'm not going to scope him now. Right there, you're moving while scoped in, but I think you knew that, and also you took that shot. You probably shouldn't have. Know your limits. If you don't think you can take a shot, don't take it, because then your sniper is going to be on cooldown, especially when you are still only level 1 Berserker, so you're going to have the full 15 second cooldown on your sniper. Okay, here we go. So you're going after this guy here. Good peek, good luck. That was fast kill. You did do a little bit of jitter peeking. And then you have another guy here. So let me just critique what you just did. Overall, that was a very good play. Like, I'm being very critical now. But, so if we take a look here. Okay, missed that guy. You see he goes through here. Good intuition. Okay, now you run here. What I would have done is I would have combat rolled. If he was a better player, he would have seen you on the radar, since you're running Berserker. If you combat roll, you're not on the radar. So, you combat roll, it's just as fast as sprinting. You go up to this corner, you peek it, good, good, good. You know exactly where he is. You see him sprinting forward, so you know it's an easy kill. So right here, you come to the right, you shoot, good, and then you go back left, and then you go right again and shoot. What you should have done is you should have all this while actually been moving left, because he is exposing more and more and more of himself. And so you don't need to peek out to the right to get the shot off, because he's already exposing himself. If there was an enemy down here that was capable, he could have gotten you in one of these sloppy jitter peeks. Okay, good. That's a good look to your left now. Now you see this guy coming up on your right again. So this one I think you do a little bit better. You come out, jitter peek a little bit early on the draw, but that's okay.
Stormtroopers have the cover.
I would have made more substantial movements with your jitter peek. I would have gone out, shot, in, out, shot. Instead, you kind of went, you know, halfway in, shot, kind of came out more, came back in halfway, came out again. I would have been a little bit more substantial with those movements.
Go box.
Okay, that was awesome. You're checking the scoreboard. I'll get back to that in a second. Now you know what to do here. Okay, so yeah, you're analyzing. I would hug a wall. This is an old strategy that I learned in combat arms. So you're focused on this guy here, which is okay, but it's always a good idea to hug a wall because there's red behind you on the radar, and what if there's a sniper all the way at the end of the hallway? If you hug a wall, you're just keeping yourself from being shot from behind because of these pillar things here. Okay, I'll tell you why that didn't work right there, or what you should have done. So you're going along, okay. Good combat rolling. Like, I should also acknowledge what you're doing correctly here. So that was a good combat roll. You're not sprinting. You're not allowing yourself to show up on the radar. Perfect. Right here is where you screw up. You got a little bit too anxious for the kill. What you should have done, so there's a rounded hallway back here that this guy can hide behind. What you should have done is, he doesn't know of your whereabouts, right? You made sure that by combat rolling instead of sprinting. Let him make the first mistake, and that first mistake will be coming out here more. So that way, if he comes out here more, you light him up, and even if you don't get the kill, he has two options. Continue going this way and die, or go back and die because he's already pushed himself too far up. He can't get behind that safe space back there. And furthermore, your aim, is a little bit sloppy here. That's okay, but also know your limit. So if this is too far of an engagement for you to successfully win with the SE-14C, let him come up. Let him come up more and make the mistake of getting close to you with an SE-14C. Also, something I want to point out, so I just finished my video on peeking, on slicing the pie and stuff, and that would have been a technique that would have worked here. So again, you let him come up, and you start engaging him when he's maybe like up here or here, and even if shit gets bad, even if he starts shooting you hard, you're already a little bit lit, and you don't have Bounty Hunter activated. Actually, this might be an old video. Yeah, so actually, Berserker might be activated now. All you have to do, if he starts hitting you and you don't know if you can get the frag, you tuck in towards the wall a little bit more this side. You've given yourself a cushion here, which is good, so that if he comes up, maybe he's here now, and you're getting hit too much, you're not stuck only going out to open space. You can kind of come in towards the wall, and that'll give you a little bit of an advantage, let you recollect your thoughts, and maybe come out and jitter peek him or something. I would have done a combat roll there just personally instead of a sprint. Okay. That was a little bit sloppy. I don't even think myself or Spathy would have been capable of getting a kill at that range with the SC-14C. So that was a tough call. I think what that was right there is this has just been a bit of an... Okay, so after he throws the imploder, this was just a bit of an unnecessary intimidation move. Sometimes intimidation moves work. In this specific situation, if you're playing Pug, that would have been good. All you have to do is hold this hallway, let your teammates respawn over here on the left side, and they'll flank him. Easy. However, this is a pickup, or this is just a public game, so you should be able to outfrag all these losers. So right here, this kind of intimidation shot doesn't really accomplish much, but now you figure it out. Right here, I think you switched to your sniper. Yep, you switched to your sniper. Boom. That's how it should have been done. You didn't get the kill, but you had the right idea right there. Okay, so now you go and pick it up. Excellent check. You check before you pick it up. Excellent. That's something that sometimes I forget to do. Okay, right there. That was a dirt moment. That happens to all of us. You were checking the scoreboard or something. So, yeah. I guess maybe in the future, I'm guilty of that too. So I guess maybe in the future, stay behind the stairs, don't sprint forward while you check the scoreboard. I don't know. Okay, there you go. There's a perfect example of what happens when, this is something I'm guilty of too. So, right, you're checking for enemies, you bring your sniper out. Good job hugging the wall here. Excellent, that's how you want to be playing. You charge your sniper, there's that goon. So, first of all, you should have switched to your pistol, obviously, because then now your sniper's going to be on cooldown, and now you can't snipe the guy who appears further down the hallway. Also, right here, that was a no-scope. I guess it worked. A common theme in a lot of this, in this clip that I'm going to be go over, is I think you could really use some work on your sniping, but I'll go into that further. I'm pretty sure the no-scope has a little bit of spread, so I'm surprised that it actually hit, but hey, it was kind of a cool little no-scope there. But yeah, now this guy is, he can't engage anymore. Not really effectively, not effective. So, got wrecked. Moving on. So yep, you're checking around, this is good. You know that you can't get him down that hallway, so you're not an idiot and you're not getting too focused on that. Good luck, good luck. Here you go, this is a good use of hugging the wall and tilt peeking. That is exactly what you want to do. You went around the wall right there and you started peeking before exposing your hitbox. So right there, good use of cover too. Yep, let your teammate go first. And now you can kind of engage it. So right here, you're playing defense. That's good. That was a good move to go to this side of the wall. That was good. Okay, there was a guy right there, and this is something funny. I noticed that you play with the music on, so I don't know how much you use sound. But after you kill this guy, listen to what the enemy says. Trooper down. So there's that guy right there that you missed. Oh man, I was so afraid when I first watched this. I'm like, oh, he's gonna get shot in the back. Okay, that was a little bit unexpected, so I'll give you that, but at the same time, that was a little bit sloppy. So what could have happened there is, as you're running down this hallway, you usually want to hug a wall. Going straight down the hallway isn't always the best. So right here, you switch out to your pistol, that's good. And so right now my warning flashes are kind of going off. You should be shooting this guy in the back, which should be an easy kill, I understand that, but at the same time, you should kind of feel a natural instinct pull to, I'm going to engage someone, so I'm also going to find cover as well. And so what I would have done right here is I would have, as I was shooting at this guy, instead of walking straight down this way, I would have kind of veered to the right here so that I can use this as cover. Even the left here wouldn't be as bad, but the right would be better. And that allows you to still kill this guy, right? Because you're just shooting him in the back, he's an easy kill. And kind of monitor this side as well. And instead you have an unexpected enemy come out, and that could have been avoided if you had just stayed to the right there. So unfortunately you guys don't get that cargo, but that's alright. So here you're playing defensively, that's good. That wasn't a fully charged shot, but that was still a good shot. Okay, that was kind of hard to avoid. I do know that there was red on the radar coming from both sides, so you can see on the radar there's obviously people over here, especially since they just returned the cargo. So I know you're focused over here, and you are peeking as well. You are playing good defense right here. But also, yeah, you know that they had returned the cargo on this side, so there's obviously going to be enemies. So an option could have been you go behind this big crate here. You could have gone behind that and gone up to the right side of the crate and eliminated the two enemies over there, and then you still would have been safe from this spoon. Okay, that's an alright. I know that you're jump packing to get out to the combat faster, but I would have done a little bit of checking first. That's okay. I hope you saw there's a scout trooper over here, right? I hope you saw him. Yeah, okay, now you saw him. Yeah, as you were jetpacking, you want to make sure that you're as much as possible. That was funny right there. You did the combat roll, but it like bugged out. Yeah. Okay. Good use of flanking. Yeah, I mean, your aim was a little bit sloppy there, but I can't just be like, get better aim. I can't just do that in a video, then you're going to get better. That's not how it works. So, it was a good use of flanking. You know, your teammates were still putting pressure on him from the left side, so just go around to the right. Easy kill. That was well played.
The cargo has been
This is well played too. You know that they're at your cargo, so you're being a little bit defensive now. You heard the jetpack, so you kind of looked outside. That was good. So right there you missed the shot, and now my warning flashes are kind of going off here as well. So after missing this pulse cannon shot, I know you wanna intercept them over to the left here. However, you gotta remember they all spawn over to the left here, and you're completely exposed out in the open. And so like right now my instinct is like being like, no, you're not undercover, you're too tunnel visioned on this guy. I mean, it does end up working out, and you don't end up getting shot to the side. And see, now you look to the left. That was good.
Our cargo is safe
you want to keep looking to your left. Let your teammate pick up that shit and just keep watching. Same thing. I would have jetpacked maybe behind the trees a little bit to stay a little bit safer. That was a good look. You know, figuring out where enemies are. That was a bit of a tough one. Honestly, I didn't know that guy was there either. He didn't appear on the radar until he started shooting. You did kind of combat roll the wrong way, but I mean, you had two guys on you. That was kind of a difficult situation to avoid right there, honestly. This is going back to that sniper aim thing. I think there's got to be, I don't know if you're using too much wrist or too much fingertip movement and not enough arm movement, but it seems like your aim is sluggish, especially when sniping. So I'll get into that further, but also right now you guys can hear there's music playing, and oh, I think you just go AFK here, but, and you got really lucky that guy didn't turn around, but yeah, SSP got freaking abducted from his computer, I guess. The music, turn off the music, dude. Like, now you're not gonna hear footsteps in your own base, you know? I mean, it ends up working out, you know, your teammates end up cleaning that shit up over there, but... Okay, now you're back, I guess. Hello, SSP, charging your sniper. I think you're good. Okay. So here you are, this is good, you know, you're letting your teammates kind of monitor that, and you're watching the right side, that was good. Okay. You're going upstairs and looking for people. Okay, we have the cargo right now, so I would be... Yep, so okay, you're working on defense, that's okay. Okay, that was a good kill, that was a good look. So that right there, okay, that second guy that surprised you, that could have been avoided. If back here... So right here, as you're engaging this guy, you're walking forward and shooting, which I know generally is okay, because you know you're going to want to go return that cargo as soon as you kill his butt. But, you know, again, warning flashers on me are going off, like, I want to be using this cover, pop out, shoot him, pop in, pop out, shoot him, you know, that's like, naturally what I feel like should be happening. I mean, it's an easy kill, you're walking forward, I know, I get it, but, I mean, that was honestly a pretty tough situation, but it ended up working out. You killed both of them pretty fast. Just something important to remember now with the new Bespin update with the crazy partner spawning system. Whenever you find one random guy like all the way in your base or in some random area of the map, it's always a good idea to look around for one other person. Okay, here you go. Yep, you're doing a good use of using C to kind of check corners. I would have checked the left side, the right side hallway first. Like that whole thing right there with like the scope in and scope out. You just kind of had a weird mechanicalness to it, where it's a weird sluggishness. Like you see it, now you scope. Like there's just a weird delay between when you see it, when you. It's just weird, very oddly mechanical. Okay, you get your snipe. It's like very step 1, step 2, step 3. It's not very fluid. You see your target. You start charging, you go up to it, you pause for a second, you like look at this hesitation. There's like a full 1 second hesitation before you scope in, and when you do scope in, you're actually off target. So I think it will really help you if you go into some private matches, or like it doesn't even have to be practicing in public matches. It can be the battle modes. Bring a sniper into the matches. And even the cycler rifle and pulse cannon, and just practice, you know, behind cover, pop out with your charge already all the way up, zoom in, shoot, pop back in. Just really fast, fluid movements like that. You may have been aiming away because of the thermal implosion. Okay, so right there, that was a little bit sloppy as well. I mean, you were kind of in a tough spot because you're being locked on to, as it tells you right here, from the probe droid. And so I understand you wanting to move right here, but it just seems like you strafed right for too long. That last second of hesitation, that last burst fire shot that you get off, that he gets off rather. That's just, you guys are both moving at the same speed, same direction, and you just. There's just a hesitation, and yeah, that was just, I don't know, not very clean, not very precise. You should have backed off and maybe got, you know, shifted your strafe to go right. Maybe, you know, I know you have this thing locking onto you, which throws an entire wrench into the mixture. But when you're going after this guy, stay against this tree, body up against this tree, go on this side. I don't know. I know it's tough because the enemy locking, but Yeah. That just seemed like a death that shouldn't have happened. As you get better with your aim and whatnot, that will be... Okay, right there. Okay, that freaked me out too. Okay. Okay, this Dark Trooper guy is going into your base. There you go, he's going in. Okay, you killed your teammate. So now, when you turn around like this, I'm like, oh shit, no, don't jump down there, because he's gonna be coming from that side. You should have gone down the stairs, you know, UC, and peeked left side. Instead, I mean, luckily he's not a good player, and you are a good player, so you didn't. Okay, that was a good peek right there. So, as you guys saw right there, there's between, like, your third and fourth bursts, 1 burst, 2 bursts, 3 bursts, right here, you pause. And that's because the enemy goes into this corner right here, and you know it, and you know he's stuck. And so you have this pause, you come out, and you very cleanly kill him. That was excellent. And now for this next guy, you again continue peeking. Right now he can't see you, but you can see him. Jitter peek. Okay, that was, once again, I think I see you overheating way too much for what you should. And yes, you can chalk that up to a lack of, aiming practice. You need to practice a little bit more. I know you're working on bringing down your mouse sensitivity, but at the same time, with burst fire weapons in particular, you not only need to have good aim, but you need to know when to take the shots. And as we saw here, so this first guy, you took pretty good shots at. That was alright, A little bit almost too much overcorrecting, but that's because he started to back up and you kind of anticipated he would keep moving forward. That's fine. And then, now you're trying to backtrack him, but you're a little bit too far behind. Right here, you know that he's behind cover, you know he's stuck, so boom, you pop out, you get that kill. Perfect. I think that was done. Aim could have been better, sure, but I think, that was, 9 out of 10 execution. This next guy, though, that burst is good. You came out, when they don't know you're expecting, I think a common problem people have with peeking is they think, okay, I can see this enemy coming towards me. FPS games are all about identifying where people are and then executing them the best way possible. And people get too focused on, okay, I'm going to peek this hallway, I'm going to look down this long-ass hallway, enemy's coming towards me, excellent. Waiting. Okay, enemy's right on top of me, I'm going to pop out and shoot. No, that's not how you want to play. You can tell you've developed this intuition where there's a point where this guy gets into where it's your killing zone, and it's where you're very comfortable getting a kill, and you know you're going to destroy him. And so you can actually see, just 1 second prior, after you kill this guy. Okay, now you're in your safe zone, and you're waiting until your enemy comes into your kill zone. Boom, right there, he's in your kill zone. So you start coming outward. You're not waiting for him to get to right here. He's in your kill zone, and you're just gonna let him have it. And so, I mean, you do get him down, in 1 burst, you do get him down to about, 20 health, which is pretty good. That means that you only missed, 1 shot, or maybe, actually, I don't know if you're berserkered out there. No, you're not. But yeah, you only missed, 1 shot there, that was good. But now this other burst right there, that was a sloppy burst, the one that you shot. I can kind of tell that you had meant to kill him with that first burst, and when that didn't happen, you're kind of like, oh shit. Yeah, right here, you're kind of, oh shit, and you continue shooting at him, and so you have a whole burst that goes right into the wall, like your face exploding. And so that was a little bit. With your weapon heat, I just think that could have been done a little bit better. Anyway, okay. Okay. Oh, also the active reload right there. That wasn't completely necessary. I mean, it's okay. The thing with active reload is that it's an opportunity cost. If you active reload, that means your little yellow threshold bars that appear on the side there, they get smaller every time you do a successful active reload. So, I would avoid doing it unless you absolutely need to. You can actually see, I think in one of the tournament games, I think it was our final BFC cargo tournament. I forget where it is, but I think I had used active reload on somebody and killed him, and so I had a little bit of downtime, so I actually just overheated my blaster again to reset it, so that if I do need to go active reload again, I have a little bit more of a chance at doing so. So again, using a good amount of, watching the radar, using C to check around. right here, this is sloppy. You're peeking, but yeah, you're exposed right here. In this game, that's not going to matter, but a more competitive play, that might. And then also, the thing that bugs me again is you're not pre-charging your sniper rifle. You got to pre-charge that shit. Right there. That look was freaking awesome. I'm sorry, that was just such a good watching on your part. I don't even see if you guys can see this shit. I can't even see. That was a really good reaction. Good reaction on your part. However, it's flawed because you're not pre-charging your sniper rifle. In fact, I don't think I ever see you pre-charge your sniper rifle at all. If you watch mine and Spathy's videos, if we're peeking a corner, like expecting an enemy to come out, we're spamming that pre-charge on the sniper rifle because you gotta be ready. And so right here, after you see him, you start charging. And so if you had pre-charged, you could have taken the shot before he gets to these boxes and before he gets to this tree. So that was a pretty good aim, though. I mean, you had the right idea. You know, you couldn't quite see where those boxes were. I do think you had the right idea, though, letting him walk into the shot. Once again, emergency flash is going off. Don't go out here. Yes, there you go. Go back inside. Go towards the trees. Oh man, that was just not enough correction in your aim. I'm gonna I'll give you a video to look up at the end of this video. So basically, there's a guy on the pro team, Cloud9, competitive CS:GO player named Nothing. He does kind of rants and stuff, and he has one about aiming, which is arm motion versus wrist motion, and then you can also include fingertip motion into that mix. So basically, the way you're supposed to aim is if I wanna get my cursor, let's say I want to get my cursor onto this upload button up here, what I should be doing is what a lot of people do is they kind of go wrist movement. And if I'm all the way over here and I cock my wrist at low sensitivity, my wrist is cocked all the way to the side. This is very uncomfortable. I cannot go any farther than this. And so what you're supposed to do is you go arm movement over, correct with your wrist. Arm movement over, correct with your wrist. Arm movement over, correct with your wrist. And you can see I'm not at all, that was a good arm movement right there, but I'm not at all getting really close to it. I mean, part of that is the sensitivity in Windows is a little bit different from in-game, but there you go. I mean, that's how you should be aiming. And I think right here, I think you're doing a little bit too much, just not enough correcting in your aim right here. Go ahead and slow this down. 0.25. He's not right in the center. Still not in the center. Now you overcorrect. And you're still not correcting enough. And that was... Ooh, man. That took you, what is it, 6 bursts to execute him? And then your active reload is slow right now. Is hard to hit because you had already used it up. So, and the thing is with all that, he was running in a straight line. If he had been dodging, the variations in your correcting should, you know, I can pass on that. But that right there, that was, I don't know. There you go. Pre-charge your sniper rifle. That was better. So now you're looking good shot. So that right there, you saw the enemy on the radar, you pre-charged. See what pre-charging does? If you hadn't pre-charged right there, look at how freaking close this guy gets. That was an excellent shot. However, I do just want to note that I think your sniping style could use some work because you tend to look around unscoped, which is fine. That's what you should be doing. But as soon as you see an enemy, now the enemy's you guys might not be able to see him because of YouTube's quality, but the enemy is right here on my mouse cursor, and you're not scoped in yet. What you should be doing is you should be scoped in and then tracking. By doing what you did right here, scoping at the very last second, the problem with that is snipers, they have spread when you're unscoped. It's a little bit. It's not like when you're moving, but you'll see Spathy and I, when we jump pulse, we jetpack up, unscoped, we look around for a target, we find a target, we track, and then we let the shot go. We don't find the target, track unscoped, and then quickly scope in and shoot. That's just another source of error. It's a little bit too clunky of a way of sniping. It's very, like, mechanical feeling. You want to just be fluid with the tracking and then let the shot go at the appropriate time. Okay. So you're 17-5 right now. This is really good. I gotta commend you on. A lot of players don't do this. You watching the kill feed and watching the player's scoreboard for when people respawn. That's not a tactic that you see a whole lot in Star Wars Battlefront, because I think people don't really feel like that is that necessary, because like the kill feed's really small and there's third person peeking and all these things. But I think that's excellent, because it gives you a good idea of what to expect. I know in other first person shooter games it's a much more prevalent skill, so I'm glad that you do that. But yeah, so right now I think you're 17-5, and I think you said you finished this game 55-6, so you end up going 40-1 after this. But I'm actually gonna end the video pretty soon. Okay, but this last thing though. Okay, that kill, good jump cannon. Your sniping can definitely use a lot of work, I can tell from that. So right here, you're jumping. I remember you told me that you want to work on spam jumping, because jumping around is more movement, and more movement means you can be more easily seen. So right here, you got an infantry turret. So right here, you find the enemy. He's right here on the mouse cursor. And you switch to your sniper, good, and you start moving towards cover, good. However, you use your jump pack, which I just don't think makes a lot of sense. You could have gone to this cover here, you could have gone to this cover here on the left. By jump packing, you're exposing yourself, you're throwing yourself right into the center of the battlefield here. I think you would have been and also, not to mention, you're using one of your cards. It's going to be on cooldown now. I think you would have just been better off just taking that target as he's running to the side. And so, again, your tracking was a little bit sloppy there.
They returned their cargo.
Yeah, I mean, that was a little bit better. You did track your enemy a little bit more. You can see
They returned
here
their
you
cargo.
jump pack, you unscope. Now you're scoping him before your thing is even fully charged. That's good. And then now you're trying to track him. But the way you do it is you do it in like one big movement. One movement downward to where he is. And I think as you'll start practicing more with your aim, I think you'll start figuring out that's not how you want to aim. So again, if I want to hit this upload button up there, I can do one big movement, but look, I'm going to miss it every time. I'm coming close, but I'm going to miss it every time. That one I had it. Especially if I do it fast. So what you actually want to do is you want to use your movement to get him to where now your wrist, this is going back to that Cloud9 guy's video, you want to use your wrist and even fingertips for the finite small scale movement. So when you're jetpacking and you're up in the air with your pulse cannon no scope, okay, now you should be doing the big movements. So now this guy should be relatively close to your cursor, and he is. So now what you should be doing is you should just be using, I'm going to go from here to here, and I can just use my wrist for that. That's easy. I can even go to his head if I want to. That's the easiest fucking thing in the world. But if you're using your arm, or if your wrist is already cocked at a weird angle, like if I'm already cocked my wrist all the way to the left, I can't really go down as easily, because my wrist is already in an uncomfortable spot. So I don't know how you're aiming with your mouse, but gradual movements. Your aim should have been, you scope in and you're kind of tracking him as he's running. It should look more like that. It shouldn't be target. Yeah. So okay, I think I'm gonna end the video there because it's probably like 25 minutes long now. So yeah, now you're at Master Berserker. Now you're gonna go ape shit and you're gonna get like 40 kills and only die once. So yeah, good job. Overall you're a fantastic player. And I encourage, because he's a fantastic player, everyone else watching this video and trying to learn something, go over to SSP's YouTube channel. Just search SSP2981. He only has a few subscribers now, but if he hits 100 subscribers, he can get himself a nice fancy custom URL instead of using SSP2981. So, with that, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you learned something. And if you guys want me to maybe critique some of your gameplay, these videos are pretty easy for me to do, so just send me a link to something you want to see critiqued, and I'll give you my feedback. Again, thank you guys very much for watching.